Well, body bags overflowing at the morgues, total internet blackout, and now potential U.S. strikes. The death toll rising dramatically in just the last 24 hours as anti-government protests grip Iran. At least 2,000 people have been killed. That's according to an NGO that's tracking the numbers. A plummeting currency and skyrocketing cost of living also adding to all the chaos. And despite an internet blackout, a handful of chilling videos leaking onto social media, including this one of family members consoling each other outside the morgue, right there trying to identify their loved ones. We've also been hearing eyewitness accounts from people in touch with those in the region, including Dr. Mahsa Tehrani, a D.C.-based physician who's been speaking with family, friends, and patients of hers inside Iran. Here's one video that she shared with us, sent from one of her patients there in Iran. Dr. Mahsa Tehrani also serves as an advisor to the National Union for Democracy in Iran and joins me here on set. That one video sent to you by your patient, what were they saying as they were going through the streets?
Thank you for having me, Kira. It was chaos. It was bone-chilling, the recollections that these patients are sending me in their voice messages, the ones who have access to Starlink. They are saying, run away, hide your faces. They're afraid of being shot because these savage animals are shooting them. They're massacring them. And you mentioned the reports are saying 2,000, but we have unofficial reports that over 12,000 people have been massacred by the Islamic Republic because of these protests.
We talked to another doctor here stateside in New York. He's talking with friends of his who are doctors at the hospitals there in Iran, saying dead bodies are coming in with bullet wounds to the head, that they're being shot in the head.
Assault rifles, they said 15 to 30-year-old age group was the most amount of dead. And the problem with this also is that when you're going to claim your loved one, they're saying you have to pay for the bullet that killed them, and they have to sign waivers confirming that this was not a protester, it was a besieged that was shot by the protester. It's a disaster.
So, okay, let's look at some of these other videos. This other one was sent to you. It was also obtained by ABC News. It shows the graffiti actually. We're going to bring this up. That's written across the walls in Tehran. Here it is right here. This country won't be a country until mullahs are all buried. Death to Khamenei. I know you've been hearing, a number of horrific accounts, including those, as we mentioned, that have been shot in the head. What else are your friends, your family, your patients there inside Iran telling you today?
There are messages sent to me, Kira, that they're walking in blood and they're scared. When they've got fed up because of their economic collapse, they barely have any water left, and of course the human rights violations which led to this uprising. And when exiled Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi made his call to action last week, that's when they all just fled into the streets, millions of people. And I think President Trump's promise that we are locked and loaded, ready to help, really further empowered them to do this. But they're scared right now. They are scared because, and the internet connectivity is a huge issue. They can't communicate with one another, which is a huge problem. And of course, they can't get the message out successfully.
Let's listen to this other recording that one of your patients sent in. Let's see. This is the one, I guess, it's talking about President Trump's promise to intervene. That's right. Let's go ahead and listen.
مردم ایران دلشون خوشه، فکر میکنن ترامپ براشون یه کاری میکنه، خیلی دلخوشم به ترامپ. امیدوارم که یه حرکتی بزنه، چون خیلی دوباره جمهوری اسلامی خیلی پررو و وقیح شده و امروز طرفداراشون ریخته بودن بیرون و مردم دارن یه ذره سرخورده میشن. خیلی مهمه الان یه اکشن، یه چیزی از اون طرف ببینیم.
So, what are patients of yours like this and other Iranians saying about what President Trump is saying? Is this the man that's giving them hope that rising up is going to actually do something this time around?
I think they've been trying to rise up for years, but I think this is a rare. I don't think any U.S. president has ever given them this type the Iranian protesters this much explicit hope that we are behind you, and this has fueled them. Yes, they're waiting for his help because these are unarmed, innocent people fighting for their freedom, facing armed militias and being shot at. They are begging for President Trump's help on the streets right now.
So Trump's promise to protect them has clearly empowered them. And they're saying that, even risking their lives, believing that he's going to do something. What are they wanting to see next? He's saying, he also says now he's not going to negotiate and probably not going to have any type of meeting with them. At first he said he would on Air Force One, and that was discouraging to Iranians. But now he's changing his tune and he's getting a little more aggressive about protecting the protesters.
Kira, the bottom line is you can't negotiate with them. These are one of the biggest funders of terrorism around the world, right? You don't negotiate with terrorists, and any kind of an agreement is just going to give them a lifeline. The people have had it with this authoritarian regime, and President Trump stepping in to help, perhaps looking at IRGC bases, to restoring their internet services back, to some sort of a cyber mission where the government stops doing what they're doing right now. They want that type of support. They don't want boots on the ground. These are the boots on the ground. There are millions of people that are protesting the regime. They just want to be able to do it, and they are asking, they chant say it all. Millions of them are chanting for exiled Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi to go help be their transition leader, to transition them into a secular democracy. And I have to mention about him, he's a Western-educated fighter pilot that has spent the last 4 decades of his life here in the U.S. fighting for democracy, peace, and human rights. And if President Trump carries on with his promise and help them forge this transition, I think that Iran can be one of the best U.S. allies.
Well, something is happening in the country right now, and it's something we've never seen before. Dr. Mahsa Tehrani, thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you for having me, Kara.
Keep us informed, please.